Welcome back to my Lunchtime series, where today we will be delving in the power of believing in yourself. I don't want to have the camera pointed at me today because my red hair is still looking very Halloweenish. So we'll take a focus on the water. Okay. Today I wanted to talk about believing in yourself and how it can be a powerful mantra, especially for those who oftentimes get discouraged about the simplest things. And I'll start by telling you a little bit about my life and how I was once labeled as someone who was set in their ways, or often called a lone wolf. But those were the things that helped me to navigate the challenges in my life independently. A single mother, focusing on my education, finding a job, completing necessary tasks, and learning not to procrastinate that much. So while I acknowledge the perception of being set in my ways, it came from my experiences was always being isolated from others, especially growing up in my older years. I learned early that I should never depend on anyone, because depending on people is only depending on others has been a setup for failure in my life. I learned early not to depend on anyone. And by doing that, I was able to forge my own path and focus on the goals and things that I found interesting. For example, I was able to start a small business on my own terms because that was my choice and it was something that I wanted to try, and I did it. I got bored of it, and it's still in the background, but I'm not that focused on it anymore. Throughout my journey, life has taught me that in order to achieve the goals that I wanted to achieve, I may face some obstacles from friends, family members, or even so-called friends. But one thing I know for sure is that the amount of people who doubted me, they doubted everything that was associated with me. But I'm still standing. I'm still surviving. I was ridiculed by family. My name plastered on social media just because I didn't agree or allow anyone to say or do whatever they wanted about me without me doing some form of retaliation. Back then I was young, dumb, and stupid and answering everything, but now I think I've learned just to stay in my own lane and be quiet and let them make a fool of themselves and let them talk, so to say. But it was a part of growing up. It was a part of the process, and those things do not define who I am today. It adds to the action words to describe what I'm capable of, but it does not define who I am. And those action words did lead to big distractions. Great big distractions. One thing I know for sure is that I am my biggest advocate. I hold the key to my success. I recognize that distractions will always exist in my life. Shiny temptations that threaten to lead everyone astray. The grass is not always greener on the other side, and once you realize that, oh my God, you'll work with what you have, and you'll try to better your circumstances. Holding a glimmer, oh, that is the biggest distractor of life. And while some of those distractions can detour your life, it's always good when you find your own strengths to find your way back without letting people say they have power over you, or people take the credit for what you do. In my life, I can only take accountability for my actions. And so therefore I refuse to let anyone hold the remote control to my life. Because each day I remind myself that I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Nothing try, nothing done. Clear example, this YouTube channel. This is something that I found interesting and I wanted to pursue, and on my own terms, whether I fail at it or regardless if I succeed. This was all on my own terms, nobody else's. I found, like, compared to my initial video of where I wanted to do this lunchtime series, yesterday was an obstacle. It was an obstacle to get down to the waterfront because the gate was locked, and by the time the police came, only had 10 minutes of lunchtime. So that alone was like a discouragement, and it didn't give me enough time to even like have something to eat the way how I set my little 30-minute schedule. And yesterday I just put the phone down. So there are days when the motivation will waver, but I'm committed. I'm committed to doing this 30-minute lunchtime thing. I won't talk for 30 minutes. The longest I'll talk is 10 to 12 minutes, but my resolve remains strong. I will get this out. I will do it. It will be different topics each day. But today I'm focusing on oneself. Believing in yourself. My aspirations in life right now is to carve out what it is that I find near and dear to my heart. I want to embrace my unique abilities. I want to turn my dreams into reality. And I want to inspire others to believe in themselves as fiercely as I do. Pushing through adversity seems like a commercial slogan, but it really isn't. Everyone have their own journey. their testament to their self-belief. Is usually the foundation to much bigger and better success. So therefore, by doing this YouTube challenge I set for myself, where hopefully I can push out content all 30 days of these November days, I can seek out opportunities to challenge everyone who may say, why am I doing this, or what am I going to get out of it, or just question with negativity, so to say. But here I am coming to a conclusion of this. This is actually should have been my third day, but it's the second lunchtime convo by the riverfront. And I'm gonna close out with saying this. When one believes in themselves, they have the power that no one can take away. No one else can dictate your worth or the trajectory in which your dreams may end up. And having a firm belief that you're capable and ready to embrace any obstacles, any journey ahead, is you owning your power. You're on the right path, despite what others may think. So I hope I wasn't that boring today. I know my voice is not the best voice, but I hope my little talk on believing in yourself, no matter what may come your way, holds power and can carry you through your day.